So here is your first look at a retail and fake pair of the Nike SB Dunk Low Albino and Preto. Can you tell any difference between these two? Hopefully this video helps you. Hello and welcome to a brand new comparison video between two pairs of the Nike SB Dunk Albino and Preto. So the retail pair is here on my right, fake pair is here on my left, and this video is to help you if you're trying to purchase a retail pair, especially at Christmas because it can be a little bit difficult. So we'll get straight into the comparison and take a look at the two boxes. So the retail one here, as you can see, the color difference between the two boxes is quite easy to see. So as I show you from the close-up, you can clearly see that the color of the box is actually slightly different. On the retail one, you can see it's a creamy, light cream box compared to the fake one, which has a slight green hint to it. Also, if you look at the grey, I would say the grey on the fake one is slightly darker than it is on the retail one. The retail one has gone for this new look cream box with the grey text on top, as you can see here, but the fake one definitely has a hint of green on it, and the grey text is definitely a little bit darker, especially in studio lighting. It's really easy to see. In terms of the box size, they're exactly the same, so there's no difference here. So we'll take a closer look at the labels. So as you can see from the close-up, there's a difference straight away. The retail one says Nike SB Dunk Low Pro QS, whereas the fake one says Nike SB Dunk Low. The fake one is based this on the US label, so you can see it has the US price tag, and this is because the sneaker market in the US is a lot stronger than it is in the UK. This retail pair was purchased in the UK, but the fake one is based on the US market. So if you're located in the UK, pause the screen now and take a closer look at the retail label because it should match this. If you're in the US, it's a little bit more challenging. Another difference on the label, as you can see from the close-up, is the color code itself. The retail one says Fossil Black Sail, whereas the fake one says Off-White Black. So the color code on the fake one is incorrect. It should say Fossil Black Sail like on the retail label here. But nobody really wants me to talk about the boxes for the entire video, so we'll open them up. Let's take a closer look at the shoes. So let's open up the fake one first. So as you can see, one pair of the shoes is exposed, and we'll look at the retail one, and you can see paper covers the shoe completely. So there's actually a big difference here to note, and that is the retail one, if you open up the paper, comes bagged again. So there's another bag on the inside, and you can see the details on the bag here. But the retail's one should come like this, and take the fake ones out, we can see that they don't come like this. They just come with the sneakers exposed. Lift off the paper and the shoes inside. You can see there's no brown bag inside, but there are a ton of spare laces. So we'll take the retail one out. And once again, a ton of spare laces on the inside. You need to be careful not to mix the laces up. So here are the two pairs, and straight out of the box, can you notice any difference between the two pairs? Let's take a closer look at some of the details. So the first thing I'm actually going to start with is all the spare laces that come with them, because I just kind of want to get them out of the way. So we'll start with the color difference. So here is the two kind of reddy orange ones, and you can see the color difference straight away. This one here is the retail one. As you can see, it's laced differently as well to the fake one, but the color difference is really obvious to see. In terms of the black spare laces, they're basically identical. I would say the tips on the retail one have red tips on the outer edge, whereas the fake ones do not have this. Here's a look at the white laces. The retail one here is slightly flatter lace compared to the fake one. The fake one's a little bit more of a rope lace and a little bit more crispy in white in color. Once again, if you look at the tan laces, the retail one being here, you can see a clear color difference between the two once again. And I would say the retail one is slightly lighter than the fake one. And then here's a look at the retail and fake of the purple laces. Here is the retail one. It's wrapped a lot tighter than the fake one, and you can see it's a much darker, richer purple in color. And then finally, we'll finish off with the blue one, which is the most obvious difference between the two. The retail one being this one, which is a much lighter baby blue in color, compared to the fake one where they've got the color completely wrong and the texture of the laces is completely wrong as well. So the first difference I'm going to point out is on the toe box and taking a look at the material used. So as you can see from the close-up, you can see that the material used on the retail and fake is very different. So on the retail one, you can see the stitching is clear and easy to see on the top toe box area, whereas on the fake one, you can see the stitching is almost done too tight and it indents into the material itself, and it gives this kind of ridged effect look to the shoe, which looks really messy and doesn't look right at all. And if I hold these up to the camera, you should be able to see that really clearly. This is the fake one here. Look how ridged it is on the toe box compared to the retail one where it's a lot more smooth. The next difference on the front of the shoe, if we take a look at the label on both pairs and we take a closer look, you can see where it says Dunk Low Pro at the bottom. It's really messy on the fake one compared to the retail one, and it just looks all over the place. And the text doesn't actually look like it says Dunk, it does look all over the place, and it's not as cleanly done as it is on the retail pair. Really obvious difference, and something I'd look at straight away if you unbox your pair. So spinning the shoe around to the back and taking a closer look at the logo, this is the retail one here. You can see how the AP is placed directly in the middle, evenly spaced, whereas on the fake one, you can see how close it is to the top of the tab here, and it's not spaced correctly compared to the retail one. Also, if you look at that logo at the back there, and I'll give you a close-up of this, you can see that the white parts are a lot thicker on the fake one compared to the retail one. And if you look lower down and look at the stitching of the 3 lines, you can see that the retail one is done cleanly and they're straight going all the way across, whereas the fake one look like they're a little bit messy and all over the place. So what's interesting about this shoe is the materials peel off and it reveals multiple colors underneath, which looks spectacular. But for this pair, I'm gonna actually keep them unripped and completely dead stock. But what is interesting to note is underneath the fake swoosh, you can see the orange parts coming through really clearly all around. So it kind of gives away the hidden secret of this shoe. If you look at the retail one gives no signs of any color underneath at all. It's completely covered up and perfected compared to the fake one, where you can see the colors coming through at different parts of the shoe. But this kind of ruins the surprise. So the fake one's got this incorrect, and it's something you should look for straight away. If it's revealing any parts and it's dead stock, that's a worrying sign. So because these both pairs are dead stock, they're actually dead stock laced, and I haven't touched them at all. And if you look at the retail one here, you'll see that the loophole goes through the top dead stock lace, as you can see there. Whereas if you look at the fake one, you can see it goes through the second one there. Also, it must be noted that the laces actually seem a little bit different. I'd say they seem a little bit thinner on the fake pair compared to the retail pair. And this is really easy to see side by side. But if you just have one pair in hand, I'd look for that loophole and which lace it goes through, because that's an obvious difference and that's easy to see. So now we're going to take a look inside the shoe. So I'll move the laces to the side, and they do come with 2 paper shoe trees. So the retail one here, I'll take it out, and the fake one here, you can see there's a clear color difference between the 2. So the color difference is easy to see, with the retail one being a darker, browner paper on the inside and much smaller than the fake one, which is a white one, and it's very laminated and large. So the retail one does come out, and I'll take the fake one out if it comes out. So here are the 2 insoles, and I'll give you a close-up of both of these. So you can see that the pattern varies on the insoles, but I don't actually know if this varies depending on the retail or fake, and if the pattern actually changes depending on what size you get. However, if we look at the colors, we can see a difference in the colors. What I'd say is they're less vibrant on the fake one than they are on the retail one. For example, the blue is the wrong color. It's lighter on the retail one compared to the fake one, where it's slightly darker. The purple is the opposite, with it being darker on the retail one compared to the fake one. So it's pretty much matching the miscolored laces on both pairs. If you look at the logos on the bottom, you can see differences in quality here, with the label on the fake one being slightly more peeled off in certain sections and a little bit wonky. You can see it's slightly off-centered compared to the retail one, which is printed correctly. Also, if you look at the Nike SB logo here, you can see that the SB print is different from retail to fake, with the letters being misaligned and slightly chunky on the fake one compared to the retail one. Spinning these upside down and taking a closer look at the shrimp logo on the bottom here, you can see differences. So as from the close-up, you can see that the shrimp logo is printed a little bit messier on the fake one compared to the retail one, and it looks a little bit darker and isn't actually as laminated on the fake one compared to the retail one. The retail one looks much darker than the fake one does. If you look further up, you can see the text where it says it's a 9 to a 10. These are a UK 9. You can see that this text is indented more on the fake one compared to the retail one. And I'm not sure why, but there's a blue dot here on the fake one. This doesn't occur on the retail one. Just small differences you need to look for. So that's the end of this video. I hope it does help you if you are trying to purchase a retail pair for Christmas, because it's an absolutely stunning pair, and it's even better when you peel off the materials. But I'm not going to do that just yet. But if this video gets 1,000 likes, I'll tear off the top material and I'll do a comparison of the colors underneath. But I kind of want to see that. So please like and subscribe, because it does help the channel grow and helps me do videos just like this and help you for Christmas if you're buying a pair. But thanks for watching. I hope you have an amazing day.